Good morning, everybody. Just got my shirts back from the printers. What do you think? I use them for seat covers too. It's a shirt, sleeveless shirt, and just got my finally got my saw cover in. It's a 372 XP from the dealer. It was like 90 bucks. Got it at Zach's, and it's pretty similar to the one I got off Amazon. I got a whole kit for 45, but it didn't have the studs like this one does. This has the studs. This is the OEM Husqvarna, but it didn't have the sticker on it. So this is going to be my backup, because I ordered a whole kit from Amazon. Came with the this, came with the top plate, bottom plate, side cover, everything. Hardware for 45 bucks. This one is probably a little bit better quality, but I could have bought basically two whole entire kits for what this one piece cost. So I'm pretty sure two of them will last longer than one OEM. So, but anyway, I wanted to get both to make sure, because we use that saw a lot, that 372 XP. It's one of my favorite saws, and I got a really good deal on it. So this is the original cover plate, but what was happening, this was hanging up and the string wasn't going back in, and when I took it apart, I could tell this spring was wearing out and getting stuck. So what I did was I cleaned it out real good, sprayed Awesome in there, and degreased it, and just pressure washed it, and just got all that gunk out of there. And now I think it'll be another good backup, instead of replacing the spring, because it's probably going to be another 50 bucks in labor just to replace that spring. So I'm going to try to maybe order a spring myself and try to do that myself if possible. I know it's a pain in the butt. Also too, I just got in finally the 880 recoil. So I'm excited about this, because I haven't had that saw started probably in like almost 2 years, at least a year. So I think maybe year before last, firewood season, this broke. Wasn't able to use it, so we got some really big wood we got to cut up, and the guys like using the small Husqvarna. They don't like using the big saws, so they made me a humongous pile of monster wood, and they call that the Rogers Hill or something like that. The Rogers Mountain. So I personally like the big wood, because you can it doesn't take that long to let it drive. I'm terrible. It doesn't take that long to make a pile of firewood when you're using the big monster pieces, like 30-inch rounds or better, because you make one slice. I make it kind of thin, and basically one big log I can fill up an IBC tote, chunk it, and then instead of cutting up tons and tons and tons of small pieces. But with the smaller pieces, they like, because they just throw them right in the container, whereas I can split the big pieces and take the machine and split them into the container, so I don't have to touch them. So they're bending over picking up logs, small logs, and putting them in the container, because most of them are too small to split anyway. It's faster just to throw them in the bin. So to each its own. Everybody has their preference. I'd rather cut the big monster pieces. Also too, they take up less room in the yard if you just have like some big monster chunks, and they're easier to stack, and you can like make a big pile of big wood, and it's like it doesn't look like much until you cut it up and split it up, and you're like, wow, that one chunk of wood filled up a whole IBC tote, instead of like 5 or 6 logs, smaller ones. So anyway, I'm going to the Chamber of Commerce meeting this morning, and later I'm going to go and install those 2 starter handles, and we're going to probably cut some big firewood because it's getting cold. It is 47 degrees here in Jacksonville, and it's officially firewood season. We've already had a bunch of calls in the last 2 weeks, and I'm sure with Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas coming up, that's when we sell like 90% of all our wood for the year. It's kind of like Black Friday. We have to get ready because no matter how much wood you split, it's never enough. We always sell out. So we got a pretty decent little start. We got a couple bins full, but I want to top them all up. And I also want to go by Lowe's, and I want to purchase a couple wheelbarrows today because it's so much easier to preload the wheelbarrows and split right directly into the wheelbarrows instead of dumping the material into the bins and then reloading it into wheelbarrows. If you have 5 or 10 wheelbarrows ready to go, when the people pull up, you can basically get them in and out. They're already ready. They pull up, you load them up, and usually by the time you empty all 10 wheelbarrows, you get a break. You go back, fill up the wheelbarrows again, and get set again. That way you're ready. Also too, if you're by yourself, if you have 10 wheelbarrows full, you can sometimes take care of the customers by yourself. If you don't have any wheelbarrows full and the customers start lining up, and then you get behind. So anyway, firewood season is starting, so stay tuned. I'm still looking for, I might purchase, if we make good money this year, I might purchase a 6-way or 4-way log splitter wedge for the attachment for the ditch witch. Maybe later on too, if I find one, I want to get a firewood processor attachment for one of the mini skids. What else? And we're still looking for a mini forestry mower head for one of the mini skids. So we're in the market for one. We're still in the market for a spider lift maybe, or a nifty lift. I like to get one that goes up 65 feet, preferably, and a small city loader truck. So I'm in the market for a few things. I'm just kind of waiting, and we need a tax write-off too. So this would be a good time to purchase something. We bought a dump trailer this year, but we need another tax write-off. So I'm trying to figure out what is another good thing to buy that's going to help us all year long and make our jobs easier. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. We got plenty of saws. We got a bucket truck. We got 2 mini skids. We got over 40 mini skid attachments. Plenty of saws, plenty of ropes, plenty of rigging gear. I can't think of anything else that we really need. We're just running one crew and then maybe a stump grinder team, something like that. And then I go out and do little jobs myself on the side too. If I go to do an estimate and it's something I can pull out my, I'm also going to get, looking to get a steel top handle saw. I've got all the other ones, but I want to try out the new electric top handle. So if anybody has tried one of those, can recommend it. I've been watching videos and they look pretty promising because I'm in my electric truck and it's kind of nice not having to smell all those saw fumes. I already have an Ego big 56 volt 20 inch bar electric saw, which plenty of batteries, so I really like that, but I want to get a small top handle electric, and I think Steel has the best one. I really like their gas powered one. I fell in love with the 200T. They don't make it anymore now. The 201T is okay, I like it, but I'd rather have a 200T electric. So I know the battery density isn't quite there yet, but as long as I can make like 50 or 60 cuts with the battery and have a backup battery, I think that would be good as well. Anyway, I'm on my way. I'm almost there. I'm gonna sing. I'll sing a song for you. It's based on blue suede shoes, but it's tree work boots. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step on my tree work boots. You can do anything that you want to do, but honey, lay off of my boots and don't you step on my tree work boots. Tree work boots, tree work boots, Hey. I missed I don't know what the rest of the words are, that second verse, but you get the gist of it. I'll see you on the next one.